Hello and welcome to another episode of Training in Tangents. Today we have a slightly different format. I've got a list of 15 questions that I'm going to ask Ben, and he has to answer them in under 60 seconds. Should we have a forfeit if you don't answer in under 60 seconds? I think we should.
I'll do a burpee for everyone that I don't. Just a single
Five
one.
or 10 burpees for everyone that you don't.
Okay. Okay. I'll do. I'll do seven burpees.
7
Meet you in the middle
burpees. Oh, okay.
for everyone
Okay.
I don't get in 60
Right.
seconds. Okay.
I just need to get I need to get a timer ready. 2 secs.
Just trying to summon how much I don't want to do burpees right now. Right. Okay.
Well, you better focus, mate. You better focus.
Locked in. Right.
Right. Locks and loaded, ready to go. Do you
Mm-hmm.
want 10 or 15 questions? Actually, you don't get a choice. You're going 15. Right.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Okay. Question number one. What's the biggest mistake busy men make with their training?
Okay. Biggest mistake people make when it comes to their training is committing to too much and not focusing on the simple things. I think a lot of people they take on too much and then they build up these expectations of what they can and what they should achieve in a week, and then whenever they fail it, even if it is like a simple case of, oh, they said they could do 5 training sessions and they get 4, those 4 could have been absolutely incredible, but because they didn't get the 5th, they will beat themselves up. So I think looking for the lowest hanging fruit, looking at making sure that you're paying attention to things that are going to give you the greatest return on your investment. So sleep is one of the biggest things. I would say focus on your sleep, prioritize that as much as you possibly can. Yeah, I think
Nice.
again, I could talk about this for a long time, but I think that's
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. You're not allowed to today. Question number two. If you only had 2 sessions per week, what would you focus on?
Okay, 2 sessions per week, assuming that they aren't back to back. If they are, I'll give you that option. But if it wasn't back to back, I would do 2 full body sessions, focusing on the primary movements of the body. So I'd have a squat pattern, I'd have a hinge pattern, I'd have a vertical push, vertical pull, horizontal push, horizontal pull, whatever exercises fall into those. If I was able to train, if I could only train twice per week and they were back to back, I would simply split those two in half. So I do maybe exercises that target the anterior, so the front of my body. So that'll be like push, like squats, something along those lines. Yeah, basically break it into posterior and anterior training, or upper lower training. Depends on what I prefer, but I like having a little bit of upper body in every session. So probably
Yeah.
anterior posterior for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
all compound
Good.
movements, obviously.
Good answer. Wow, you can make the sessions like 3 hours long if you want, so you could do everything.
That's true,
Um,
actually. That's true. Yeah, there's the caveat.
yeah, we didn't
Yeah,
stipulate that. Right. Question number
no,
three.
no.
What matters more for progress, intensity or consistency? God, I know exactly what you're going to say.
For progress, oh my word, what matters more? I mean, oh, consistency. Consistency means more because you could have a super intense workout, but then be so sore from that workout that you can't train for the next week. So I think consistency is the base level of everything. Intensity
Yeah.
is, yeah, it's like a cherry on top. But yeah, intensity is also needed. You can't show up and just go, there we go, 10 reps, off I go. You need to have some form of intensity. So yeah,
Yeah.
consistency, yes, but I think they need to both be present.
Yeah. Of course. Of course. But yeah, it's like we've spoken about before, sort of the all or nothing approach is like very intense for a short period and then not training for a longer period. Right.
Hmm.
Question number four. What is one habit that you have that helps you stay in shape year round?
Oh, I'm super protective of my sleep.
Oh,
That's
you love
that's
sleep, don't you?
literally that's it. Oh yeah, sleep is the best. Like I have been protective of it since I was a kid. I literally wouldn't stay out late on nights that I knew I was working early, even when I was like 16, 17, because I knew I needed my sleep. So sleep, yeah, massively protective of it. I realize how important it is. That is without a doubt the thing that has led me to be as healthy as I am, with my
Do you
CF and
think?
just in general.
Yeah, I was going to say, does
Mhm.
that like did that kind of obviously we all know sleep is important, but it's hard to prioritize sometimes. Did that
Mhm.
start with like your kind of CF background?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
it became more prevalent as I learned more about CF for sure.
Yeah.
But I just
Okay.
love sleep.
Yeah,
Sleep.
you do love sleep. Right.
So,
Question number 5. What is the biggest myth about training as you get older?
oh, that you fall apart as you get older. Like a lot of people, I think, just feel like they're this incredibly frail person as soon as they hit a certain age, and I firmly believe that you are what you treat yourself as. I turned 36 there last week, and a lot of people, oh, when you get older, when you blah blah blah, I'm like, I feel pretty much the exact same as I did when I was 26. I genuinely think it's like it's a
Nice.
mindset thing. So yeah, you're not as frail or as feeble as you think you are. So don't tell yourself that.
Yeah. 100%. That is a massive limiting belief in
This is
that.
giving me jitters, by the way. The
I
adrenaline
really
here, like I'm feeling the adrenaline.
pumped.
This is weird. I'm like, whew, having to set my breath and everything. Okay, okay, we're doing all right
Right.
though. We're doing okay. Okay.
Question number 6. You've hit all the targets so far, so well done. Question number
So far.
6. Strength, conditioning, or mobility. What gets neglected most?
Say them again. Strength, mobility, and conditioning. Did
Or
you say?
conditioning? Yeah.
Ooh, see, I think strength and mobility kind of tie in nicely. If you're taking things through a full range of motion in exercises, you're going to have decent flexibility. I'm a perfect example of that. I kick ass at the cardboard box game. We've talked about it before. I don't think I have time to explain it now. Basically, you start with a cardboard box. You have to pick it up with your teeth. Every time everyone successfully does it, you tear more of it off to the point where it's
I
just a
think
piece
it's
of
because
cardboard on the
I think it's
floor.
because you're really short, mate. So you're like close to the floor to start with.
There's maybe an element of that, but I played against guys who are 6 foot, and smaller than me, so there you go. Um, okay, which of those gets? I would say conditioning. I would say conditioning probably gets the least amount of time that it deserves.
Yeah.
Probably,
Okay.
yeah.
Question number 7. What's your go-to 20-minute workout when time is tight?
Pull-ups, straight up, just pull-ups.
Just
I
pull-ups.
just think just literally just pull-ups. Yeah, I just think well, first of all, whatever I enjoy, like whatever I'm
Yeah.
enjoying, and typically I've never not enjoyed doing pull-ups. So it would be a pull-up, some form of press. So it could be like push-ups, it could be bench dips, it could be barbell dips. Assuming I have a full gym at my disposal, it'd probably be like leg press, pull-ups, chest dips, and to be honest, that would probably be enough for me to say that was a good 20-minute session with plenty of
Yeah.
recovery in between.
Yeah. Nice push and pull. Solid.
hmm hmm
Um, Question number 8. How should someone adjust their training after a bad night's sleep? You probably don't know, do you? Never happened.
Can't relate. What are you on about? I sleep like a rock every single night. Okay, so how would someone adapt? So I think this is kind of key, just in general, like learning how to adapt to whatever energy you've got that you bring into a session. I would say again, progressive overload can be achieved in multiple different ways. It's not just all about lifting more and more weight. It could be getting more reps. It could be controlling your form. So I would say if you're really tired, maybe look at that session with the goal of, right, can I improve my form on this exercise, or can I maybe take a little bit longer in the eccentric, the lowering portion? Or what I've done is reduce the amount of sets and just increase the reps I do. So I drop the weight I'm using, but go more for the volume. So I did that the other day with my chest press. And my shoulder wasn't acting up. It was acting up. Couldn't do my weight, so I dropped the weight and did more reps.
Fair.
That's what I would do.
Nice. Okay. Question number 9. What's the thing that most people overcomplicate in nutrition?
This specific macro breakdown, like I said in another episode we did, where MyFitnessPal gives you a very like specific breakdown of macronutrients, so protein, fats, and carbs. Typically, it's like, oh, 33% of your protein or energy should come from this, 33 should come from this, 33 should come from this. I call those unnecessary food prisons because you don't really need to be that focused and dialed in on the carbs or the fats unless you have a medical condition or you're a professional athlete. You don't need to worry about those two as much as you probably think you do. As long
Yeah.
as your calories are where they need to be, those fats and calories or carbs can be whatever you want them to be. Some days I want to have a steak, so I'm going to have a steak after this. So my fats are going to be naturally higher. Some days I want carbs, so I'm going to have a little bit more of that. So I think that's probably the most overcomplicated aspect of nutrition. Unnecessary food prisons.
Yeah. For sure. Okay, question number 10. What's a simple thing that you can do to help you stay consistent when life gets hectic and shit hits the fan?
Think that something is better than nothing. For example, the other day I was extremely tired because I was up late with my friends. That's the one reason why I'll miss sleep is if it's for something fun. And I knew I had my train session, and I thought I cannot face doing this entire session that I have. And that's why in my programming I have main quests and side quests. If I get the main quest done, I consider it done. So I went in with that approach of look, something is better than nothing. I might not get PRs today, but I've done something. I think you just need to have something that makes you look back on that day and say, oh, that was a decision that I probably wouldn't have made, but I made it anyway. And I think I get more pride in that than necessarily the benefits of the physical side of the training. So yeah, that's what I would do. Something's better than nothing.
Cool. Question number 11. Give me an example of some current side quests.
Arms,
Yeah.
arms and core. Yeah.
Always.
So yeah, it's like so again, like with main compound exercises, and the reason why I'd say I pick compound exercises for that 20-minute session is because they're going to be hitting those auxiliary muscles anyway. So when you're doing a pull-up, you can be sure as shit that your biceps are getting activated, as is your rear delts, as is, a lot of other muscles. When you're doing a bench press, you're hitting your triceps, your shoulders. So training those individually is less of a priority for me, but it's something I still want to improve upon. So my side quests are typically that, whatever I've been hitting that are a priority to a certain degree, but lesser than the other things. Like I said, I'd always pick a pull up over a bicep curl because I'm getting way more from that. So yeah, side quests at the moment, core and arms and shoulders. That's pretty much it.
Cool. Okay. Question number 12. What would you consider to be the biggest mistake or potentially a red flag for training? If someone comes to you and they've already been training, like what are the mistakes that people are most likely making when they come?
So slightly different answer to this, but I think perfectionists. I think someone who labels themselves as a perfectionist or an all or nothing type of person. I think that's a bit of a red flag, and that's something I immediately try to strip away. Because all I hear is, "Oh, this is going to be the reason why I didn't do this thing because it wasn't 100% perfect or it wasn't the right way." I'm like, "Cool, that's not the process that's not the mindset you need to have whenever you're engaging in a process like this. You need to be willing to be able to take any small victory at all." So yeah, again, trying to that's that's a red flag that I see. Yeah, the all or nothing or the perfectionist badge that people wear.
Okay. And I'm going to ask that question again because I feel like you didn't answer what I was trying to ask, and that might be my fault for lack of communication. But what's the biggest trainer mistake that you see with, like, if someone comes to you with a program they're already doing, what's the biggest thing that is like, or like the most glaringly obvious mistake that they might be making?
Probably too much. A lot of people think that more is better when it comes to training, and that's not real. I don't think it's ever really the answer of being more is better. Better is better, higher quality is better. So I think people doing way too much and thinking that yeah, I'm anything less than this isn't enough. That's the thing. And I try to teach people that no, we're better having less opportunities, but having maximal effort on those lesser opportunities and having a shitload of opportunities and wasting them. I always use the dartboard
Yeah.
analogy. If I give you 5 darts to throw at the board, you're not going to waste any of those throws. Whereas if I give you 100 darts, you're gonna be frivolous and you're just gonna throw without really learning anything. So yeah, less is more sometimes when it comes to the gym, or a lot of the time.
Nice. Okay. Question number, I think this might be 14 now. I've gone off the list slightly. If
It's
someone
fine.
feels constantly beaten up, what should they change first?
Sleep.
Yeah.
Straight up, yeah. Like
Do more
it's
sleep.
you sleep. Prioritize your sleep more. Try and get to bed earlier. Try and improve your quality of sleep. Look at your room. Like make sure your temperature of your room is the correct temperature. Try to remove any distractions. Try to have a clean room because your mind is a mess. And if you're falling asleep in a mess, then your brain is going to struggle to switch off. Yeah, honestly, sleep, recovery, the two things that are first things to be cut as the sacrificial lambs when it comes to everything. Because people think output, 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 rather than like, okay, what's the other aspect of this? It's your ability to recover from what you've got going on. So yeah,
Yeah.
100% sleep.
Cool. What does being fit mean to you now versus 10 years ago? It's quite a hard one to answer in 60 seconds.
Opportunity. Opportunity
Yeah.
to do more things as I'm getting older, which again I refuse to believe that I actually am, other than my grey beard hairs. But I could just dye those, and then we can just be delusional. It's fine. But yeah, I think being fit is having more opportunities, and you just the opportunity to go on adventures and have and live my life rather than just being alive. Um, yeah, that's definitely what it means for me. Again, it changes every decade and probably will, and I'm excited to see what it means to me when I'm in my 40s. But my 30s, it's definitely just been like there's so many opportunities that being fit and being ready for has given me to those opportunities, and I've had a lot of fun. So yeah, it's readiness really.
Nice. Physical freedom.
Like I did that.
That's what I call
Physical freedom.
it.
There you go. Yeah, physical freedom.
There you go. Okay, just to wrap up this episode, give people one piece of advice that will positively impact them and their lives.
One piece of advice. That's a good question. First of all, can I ask? I'm pretty sure I don't have to do any burpees.
Uh, I do, there was one that you said like or you were kind of mumbling as we went over the timer, but I'll let you off because you've done very well.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so one piece of advice that I think um I think I think one of the biggest things that helps my clients is just a different perspective. So whatever is going on in your life, whatever problems you're having, imagine it was your friend coming to you with that problem or that issue that you have. What advice would you give that friend? And I think that's really useful for people because we are always stuck in our own perspective of things, and we know all our faults, all our flaws, all our weaknesses, and also all of our strengths. And I think that if you take yourself out of that perspective, of that person perspective, and take it to a third person perspective, as in pretend it's someone you know and care about going through those things, what advice would you give them? I think that's probably one of the easiest thing I could say that would maybe have an immediate benefit to your life if you listen to this podcast. Yeah, try to see your problems as just that, being problems that you can solve, and you've got the capacity. And if you don't have the capacity, reach out to someone like myself or Tom, who has a massive amount of information and helpful things that we can use to guide you through it. Sometimes all the answers aren't in our own heads, and that sucks. But knowing that someone else can help you is key. So yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully that answered the
very
question.
very good answer, mate. And you've done very well there. I think if I was timing, you probably would have gone over on that last one, but I'll let you off. Last question before we end here.
Thank you.
Would you rather
Hmm.
have to sing along or dance along to every single song that you hear?
Oh, see, I kind of do a bit of both. I have this weird thing where I really like to know the lyrics of a song. I don't know why. I just always have, and I remember really impressing Janice once by knowing nearly all of the lyrics to "A Millie" by Little Wayne. I remember walking into the house and me singing. She was like, "Oh, you know all the words?" That I was like, "Most of them. I mumble some. I don't know what he's saying there, but I'll get through." So, in turn, I think dancing would be my option though,
Yeah,
because singing, you know whether someone's a good singer or not immediately. Whereas dancing's all interpretive. Like you're like, they're having fun. Someone who's really bad at dancing, you're like, but they're having fun, so it doesn't really matter. So,
yeah,
and I think just in terms of just who I am, I think dancing would be hilarious because I just think it'd be so funny if you just randomly out talking to someone and then you hear a song and you just suddenly just start having to
yeah.
start giving it
Start
steps. That'd
swaying.
be start swaying. Just, yeah, just continue
Yeah,
with your conversation. It's
yeah.
fine. It's fine. It's something I have to do. It was a question I was asked in a podcast once, and now I have to do this for the rest of my life.
Plus 10 burpees every day.
Yeah, plus play Murphy's every day. Somehow. Wizard. An absolute wizard. If you
Right,
don't
I
get that
think
reference, go back and listen to the last episode.
yeah. You've done an unbelievable job answering all of them on the spot, mate. 'Cause you had no idea what was coming with them. So yeah,
No.
massive well done there. And thank
Mostly.
you to everyone for listening to this short, sharp episode. Hopefully, you've enjoyed it and enjoyed the slight change of pace here. As we said before, any sort of shares, subscribes, or even just going on Spotify and just giving us a rating would be massively appreciated if you have 5 seconds to do that. Hope you've enjoyed listening, and we'll catch you again next time.
See you soon.
Bye.